Hello and welcome. This video is for everyone that has a phone. If you're watching this at this time, you most likely are doing that using your phone. And so, why is it for everybody that has a phone? Simply because if you have a phone, you most likely will be able to afford a blood pressure monitor. Why is a blood pressure monitor so important? Is because you'll be able to check your blood pressure and quickly be able to make or tell that your blood pressure is raised so you could see a doctor, and therefore by so doing avert a lot of problems that are associated with having raised blood pressure. We're talking about involvement of the brain, the heart, the kidneys. So just for a moment, consider how much your phone costs. I'm not in any way suggesting that you shouldn't have a phone. The phone is really vital. But guess what? You've got to be alive to use a phone. If you have a phone, you most likely will be able to afford a blood pressure monitor. Some of them are not as expensive as some of the phones that we use. But if for any reason you're unable to afford one, then there are steps you could take. You could go to a clinic near you, you could go to a hospital, you could register somewhere where you can check your blood pressure from time to time. And who are these people that are particularly supposed to check their blood pressure? I tell you, everyone. Some should check more frequently than the others, but as much as possible, plan to check your blood pressure from time to time if, number one, you have a family history. Your father, your mother, somebody in the family has had high blood pressure. Number two, if you've had somebody in the family that has either been quite sick from a complication of high blood pressure, then you should check your blood pressure even more often than most other people. And so this is something that is really quite easy to do at home. And one of the things that you could actually detect is if you have something called white coat hypertension. I've made a previous video on that. You could have a look and then just listen. It's a very silent condition. You may not know that you've got high blood pressure unless you check. And so today, just picture for a moment, your car has a mechanic. In fact, sometimes you spend so much on your car compared to how much you spend on yourself. You've got a good phone. Amazing. Wonderful. What about just paying attention to checking your own health? And one of the ways you can do that is to check your blood pressure from time to time. If you have a family history of high blood pressure, you could do that, say, once in a week, twice every week, or just have a rhythm to it so that you don't run through 6 months without checking your blood pressure. And the only time they detect that your blood pressure is raised is when there's a complication. We need to avoid this as much as possible. And so I'm not against you having a phone. I'm simply saying if you can afford a phone, you most likely will be able to get a blood pressure monitor. Thank you.